All right. I think this is my 65th or 66. Um, in my videos, it's all about how these people, this program is meant to make you accept the manipulation. They'll always try to get credibility. They always try to make you accept the way they manipulate things as if it's real. If you should subscribe to this nonsensical, disturbing. You know yourself. You obviously know that things are not happening organically. Things are happening in this disturbing way. In our previous videos, I talked about how they try to link things based on the stimulation they make you have, right? And you have perps that are supposed to make you accept these things. And I noticed that some of the ways they try to get credibility is like they try to give you things to think about in a different ways. For example, I like to prep my food in advance. I like to make food in advance and for the week, right? And so what they were saying is in my mind, it gave me an idea to use this pot, the bigger pots, instead of using a small pot. And this is not something I would have thought of by myself. And they're like, you see, we made you think this way because we know the truth. We are telling you the truth. We're making you see things the way you should be seeing things. So this is how you should be thinking. You should be accepting this way of thinking. Now, obviously, I'm not perfect. I'm not a genius. I'm not like the. I'm not an idiot, but I'm not a genius at the same. Like I'm not like a savant. I'm not a this is the term I'll talk about this video later, but I'm not somebody who is a I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do things not the most efficient ways, right? I understand that. Sometimes I do things not the most efficient, and I have to think about it more. But they are trying to make you accept these ways of thinking, and so how to do that? There is a lot of manipulations and tricks. Now, of course, we're talking about a technology that is super advanced. If these things was meant to be to force people to think in the most efficient way, this would be a different program. But it's not this program. This program is meant to do horrible things. It's not supposed to make you think in a smarter way. Meant to force you to think in a way that will push you to suicide. You know that. And so you have perps here day in and day out to try to make you think in the most irrational way, but utilize some of the technology ability to make you think in a smarter way. This is why they use these childlike individuals. Because these childlike individuals, you look at them as like these people are not in that level of intellect. Okay, not to say they're not smart, but I'm saying like, listen, look at them. They are not the most logical people. But this technology has a way to psychologically mess with you, and they want you to think about these ways of thinking in this intellectual in this nonsensical way. So you hear this nonsense. Unfortunately, I hope I can capture. I keep sitting next to the doors because I want that to be something you can capture. The reason why they're making noise campaign is because putting things in perspective. Listen, none of us is perfect. No, none of us are perfect. I don't speak perfect English. I don't speak in a perfect way. But we know each other. We know ourselves. And so, how do you make somebody believe this manipulation that you know is not them? You try to make them believe and accept this manipulation as, and you start trusting these people. You start trusting this way of thinking. And how do they get trust? They want you to start thinking of them as some people that you should have credibility toward. No, listen, the credibility is here. These people have been known to utilize different manipulations to 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 disturb you. This program is not a program to better you. It's a program to break you down. To use people around you, all kind of people. Some of the lowest low, the bottom feeders of all sorts. Some of them look like children almost. And how these children are all of a sudden able to influence you in these ways? How these people that you don't even trust, if you looked at them talking to you, you will not respect them. But all of a sudden, you have this ability to do things to you. It's because this technology is so advanced. With all the respect, no matter how sophisticated they look or unsophisticated they look, this is the program. You know yourself better. So they make me think of doing certain things more efficiently. Oh, if you cook, in this path, it'll be faster. You're right, it would be faster. Or you see, we're telling you who you are. It's you. Think about this. The way we link things together. You see, you didn't know that, but we open your eyes to this way of thinking. We're not trying to make you think in this peripheral ways. It's you. No, of course I know what you're doing. I understand. Not only I understand what you're doing, but I know me. Of course I'm not perfect. There'll be things that I could have done better. And you're gonna show me how to do certain things better so you can make me find you more credible. You're not credible. You are trash. The credibility in you is that you're very systematic. You've been systematically doing the peripheral types of things. You make me think in this most irrational ways to make me accept this peripheral type of torment. That's why while I'm speaking about these things, they tell me how I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna be knocked out. I'm not the biggest guy. Of course, I'm gonna get knocked. If like, listen, sometimes they make some illogical things like, "Oh, somebody's gonna knock you out." Okay, listen. I'm not worried about being knocked out. I'm in this in my own place, and I can lose conscious in 2 seconds because of this type of weaponry. Because of this type of weaponry, they just made me turn off something. You have control of my body, my mind. You tell me about some human being. Of course, I know. You use these people who are not the most. I've seen the people they use to make me accept this nonsensicalness. Some of them might be very smart people. Some of them are very not. They are childlike people. But at the end of the day, I know that you can never make me subscribe to them. I know what you're trying to do. What they try to do is find ways to make you accept these nonsensical, disturbing, pedophile ways they force you to experience things. And they want you to be like, listen, we showed you how you can be more efficient by cooking this. You see, so that means that you should accept these pedophile things as like, we're just showing you things that you didn't know were there, but we mashed it. It's you. No. What you're doing is you're doing the pedophile type of torture you've been doing to others. But what you're trying to do is make me accept this pedophile type of things as if it's me. It will never be me. It was not even me when I was a child, as if this is even a rational way to think. You guys are filled with pedophiles. Pedos are running this. Like pedos from the CIA to the DOD to the DARPA agencies. And you, renowned for your pedophile type of torture, I've played enough testimonies of others to the point where almost all target individuals are forced to experience some pedophile type of torment. But me, oh my gosh, it's me when I was a child. Are you serious? Because what you showed me how to cook, you made me think of how to cook in a bigger pot instead of small. Like, are you serious? They have no shame, and they use this childlike people to like make you subscribe to this thing. You guys have forced people to think in these disturbing ways for decades. You want me to ignore all of that, but because you showed me how to cook in a bigger, like, they even show me, gave me the idea of cooking in a bigger pot. Now I should be thinking about it in a logical. The last video made you understand how illogical these people want you to think. This is a psychological manipulation of all kind of level. Listen, I'll never subscribe to this. I'll never. I'll understand what you guys do. This is not a war. I'm a subject in this human experimentation where this researching and developing program is meant to force people to accept this manipulation. I can hear my next door neighbor try to make noise campaign. Listen, you guys sold your soul to pedophiles. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna subscribe to this. Yes, I know my brain has no choice but to. It's gonna go whatever nasty ways of thinking is gonna be forced in my brain because you have ways to override people's thoughts. So to all my target individuals, they will try their best to make you think that this should be a credible source of or rationality. They will tell you all the horrible things that are going to happen to you as if this is a validation. No, you can do all these horrible things because I know how horrible you guys can be. You're going to try to block our rationality and you're going to try to make me accept and make me think that you guys are credible. Yes, I know who I am and I know who I'm not. I'm not what you're trying to implant me, make me subscribe to. Just because you threw trash and made some noise campaign, you are trash. That is why there's so many pedophiles behind those walls in the Langley and Pentagon. Listen, I know who put me in this program. Understand your job is to do what you're supposed to be doing. You're gonna do that all night, all day. Tomorrow, I feel like I'm somebody else. I'll never think the same way. I'll never be the same me. It will be this new version, but this bottom feeders that works for these entities that are using human being as subjects. You guys are disgusting trash that sold your soul to pedophiles. I don't have to hope for the horrible things that you think that I'm hoping for. No, they're gonna come them on their own. For me, watch me suffer in all the ways that these people who put me in this program expect me to suffer. But you, wait for the day. Because me, the little old me, who did not subscribe to your stupidity, to your irrationality, I said that's gonna happen. Why do you think people in the hallway are making this noise campaign? It's because they want you to accept this. When you have things and put things in perspective, you never subscribe to. This is the same people who say they're gonna frame you, they're gonna do this. These are the same people. These people are here to make you accept this new version of you. You gotta be strong enough. Yes, I know my brain is for you to manipulate every possible ways. Understand, they will do everything possible to get you to find them credible, but giving you some things to make you accept this ways of thinking. Oh, you know, you can cook more beans if you do. And then you hear these people make some noise campaign. Tell me how I'm gonna get raped, as if this is validation, because they want me to be like, no, listen, accept these things. No, regardless of what's gonna happen to me, you guys work for pedophiles. You do the pedophile type of torture. You thought I was gonna subscribe to this pedophile type of torture. You sold your soul to pedos, and now you here trying to make me subscribe to this. I rather get raped. I rather get tortured, and I'd rather have my feet cut off than do what these people do. You understand? Of course he will. You torture children. You tell me that you're gonna frame me by putting in child porn in my computers, and then you say, "Oh, but because we showed you how to have more efficient would be to cook beans in a bigger pot." This is how irrational they want you to think. They have no shame, but I will always be there. And I said it. I'll be a vessel of different sorts. I'll be the vessel to let them understand. You made yourself believe these things. You did these horrible things thinking it was for free. It's not. Watch me. You gonna watch me die, suffer in a horrible pain. Watch how better your life is gonna be. I'm telling you, these are just the bottom feeders. I just pray for the people who put me in this program. These people who don't have to be embarrassing themselves the way these people are embarrassing themselves. Will they will be reimbursed. These people are just trash. They tell me how horrible my life is gonna be. Yes, it's gonna be horrible because people in this company that you don't want to say the name of, sorry, you don't want to say the name of the pedophile who's picking up kids, put me in this program. Yes, it's gonna be even more horrible because I'm keep putting this thing back in perspective. You know, you can do all this thing to my body, but you can't even say the name of this pedophile's name. You see how sad this shit is? You see how sad this thing is? So to all my target individual, let my videos be an example of how far they would be able to create this storyline. They can open the door and say, horrible, this is what happened. I'm by my door. Somebody open the door and say, horrible. Yes, it's gonna be very horrible for me. To all my target individual, I am not somebody who is trying to survive. I'm somebody who is trying to live my life dignified. You have these people in New York City who wanted to play these activist like individuals, who want to be some individuals who are here to protect the community. I'm here day in and day out showing them how fraudulent they are. And these people who can't even say the name of somebody who picked up kids are here trying to make me accept these things. And I'm showing you guys that they were willing to use this manipulation and try to find credibility in all these fashions. And I'm exposing them for truly what they are. And while I'm still alive, I get to see that these agencies are filled with pedophiles while they try to make you subscribe to these pedophilia things. What you expect things to happen to me? They're gonna frame me in all different ways. Some of them are saying, some of them were saying that they're gonna implant child porn. Some of them are gonna say that they're gonna frame me and say that I raped them or raped their children, and they want me to subscribe to them because they somehow show me it made me process a way to make be more efficient in cooking my beans. Stay strong and to never subscribe to this. You could be living their life. I'd rather die this horrible way than live their indignified life. To all my target individuals, stay strong.